Hello friends and welcome back. So today what I'm going to be doing is a two-part video. So the first part of this video is going to be me going over these three boxes right here, these three different subscriptions. And the second part of the video will be setting up the planners that I plan on using in the month of July. So I will start with Jane's Agenda. I have Cloth and Paper and Infinity Lotus as well, but I'm going to go in order of expense. So Jane's Agenda is the most expensive one. I will pop the price up on the video at this point so that you can see how much the deluxe Jane's Agenda subscription. I have the everything. I think it's called the deluxe. Yeah. I will clarify it in a little pop-up note. I put the other boxes on the floor if I'm wrong, but so I get the everything and I will pop the price up here. So beautiful box, absolutely gorgeous. Love, 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 love. I won't flip it completely over because my address is on the bottom. Not that you guys don't already know, but I mean, if you get packages from me, the return address is on there anyways, but I just won't stick it out here for the whole interwebs. Once you open it up, you have like this gorgeous plaid interior of the box. I collect the boxes, but more as a way for me, because these are perfect size for clothing. So if you happen to be a person like me who loves to give novelty t-shirts and sweatshirts to your family members for different occasions, birthdays, Christmas, or whatever, these boxes are like make perfect gift boxes and you don't even have to wrap them. So this one I'm going to save for my daughter because I think she would love this one. So this, I'm not going to flip it over because it has the tour card on the back, which tells you everything that's in it. But this is the July 2025, captures the spirit of summer in full bloom. It is beautiful. So I believe through fall, because it's like an anniversary, this is like an anniversary time for Jane's Agenda, everything in here has what she calls a hero item. And so the hero item for this month is a gorgeous, I don't think I can save this now. Just can't do it. Look at that. This bumblebee pattern on here. So the back side of it is fine. If it's something that you collect, you'd be able to easily collect that. So let's pull out what's inside and I will put this box off to the side. So Jane's Agenda being one of the more expensive subscriptions that you're going to get, but gorgeous stuff. Absolutely love, love, love their stuff. You're going to hear a lot of crinkles. It's just the way it is on this channel. So there was a little, sorry for the delay card in here that had a code on it. So if you were subscribed this month, there was a big time shipping delay on this stuff. They were waiting for something to come in that hadn't come in yet. So they did give us a code for $10 off on our next, on the next time that we purchase something from the shop. So I will probably be using that because I have a couple of things in mind that I wanted to pick up to go along with this. So hero item. Let's do it first because it is beautiful. Now, when I saw this online, I thought it was a much brighter yellow than what I'm seeing in person, which was kind of a turnoff for me. I'm not a big bright yellow kind of a person. If I'm more of this. So this is more of a mustard yellow color. I got to back you out again because you got to be able to see the whole thing. So this is more of a mustard yellow color, which that I do love. This is much more. Hopefully my camera is picking up the color better than what I saw when they did the unboxing because it was very, very bright on my screen and I absolutely love this. This is beautiful. So you've got a big pocket here. You've got your two corner pockets. I have a couple of these covers from Jane's Agenda. Little stamp here. It says Jane's Agenda. You've got two pen loops, one on either side. This is very sturdy. I have changed these out so many times and had absolutely no problems. So this is the cover that you get this month. I'm going to be using the chocolate discs, my 2-inch chocolate discs with this one. So let's set that over there so you can still see it. You're going to see some glare because that is, I do have a new clip that was supposed to stop that. So let me pause the video here and see if I add the clip, if that will help. I don't think the clip really made that much of a difference. So we'll see what it does. It's like sunglasses for your camera to try and get rid of some of the glare that comes from all this packaging. And I don't really think it's making much of a difference, but here is the little extra bag that you get. And this has these little cuties in it. So here is your July card with that same pattern from the inside. And then I'm not sure I like that clip. It's not really doing anything and it's taking some of the color away. So let's just take it away. Then we have this in my sunshine era perfectly matches the colors. You've got these two here, which are adorable, and they're soft touch cards. Then you have your page marker. Some of these things are only in the cover club, some of them are only in the whatever the middle one is, and then some of them are in the deluxe where you get everything. And since I get the everything one, that's what you're seeing. But I honestly don't pay that much attention to what comes in the other ones, so I can't tell you. I can't be your guide like that. But this has Bumblebee on it. Let me see. A white background. Hopefully these are foiled, gold foiled bumblebees. Silver on the other side. If you wanted to flip it upside down and use it this way, you could do silver as well, like if that was your color. So there's that. These are, oh, almost missed them. Some little honeycomb clips. Set those over there. And then you have your, I think this is your dashboard. Ooh, that is so pretty. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh. So yeah, this is your cover, like your dashboard cover. So on one side, you've got the bike with the sunflowers, so you can use it this way, and then when you flip it over, you'll see this beautiful sunflower. Or if you want the sunflower, you just reverse them. So you would just turn it this way, and then on the inside you would get the bicycle, and on the outside you would get the gorgeous. So these are reversible. You can use whichever one makes your heart happy for your covers. So there's those. And then we're going to get into the cover, which is also beautiful. When we set this up, I'm going to be using kind of a combination of the 3 boxes. So if you want to see what I use in all 3 of these subscriptions, stay tuned to the second half of this video, which is where we will do the setup. So I am not going to take the film off just yet, because it does help with the glare a little bit, but how beautiful are those sunflowers? And they have a raised texture to them, so they are very tactilely interesting. Oh, I love that. I love, love, love. The back looks the same, so either or, you're going to have the same look. If you have more than one planner and you want to use only the front cover, you can totally do that, and then you'd have 2. You would just have to flip it like this. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Then you have all of your dividers in here. If I can find the opening. I wanted you to see my first reactions, or else I would have opened all of these before, but I didn't want to spoil like my first reaction to everything. So you're getting the unwrapping of all the packaging. Wow, look at how pretty this vellum is. Oh, it's green. It's a green. It's like a mossy green color. That's really, really pretty. Really pretty. Okay, so we have this one here, which is like really pretty. I would never think to go have like a little picnic out in the middle of a field of weeds, but it's very pretty. And then this is what your little overlay would look like on this one. And it's going to be the same on both sides. So these are like your dividers. This one's my favorite. That looks like my backyard, and I love that. Same on both sides, and this is what this one would look like over the top of that. And then this one is beautiful. I love those doors. No idea where this is, and neither did Jane. She could not remember where this was taken, but it's very, very pretty. And then this is what it would look like with the vellum over that one. So I guess it would depend on what you wanted to use this vellum for. Like, I love all of these with nothing on top. I think they're beautiful just the way they are. So we'll see when we get to the setup. And then this one is a little memory keeper. So she gave you a thick stack because summertime is vacation time. It's memory keeper time. And she's actually an inspiration for what one of my planners is going to be, because one of the 2 planners that I set up is going to be a memory keeper. But we can kind of go through this really quick. So you have like a kind of like a, what do you call this, mood board. This has a bunch of, it's hard to see in a video, but there are little boxes here and they're very light so that you can put your pictures or whatever it is that you want to put in there, and they're double-sided. So you get a whole bunch of those. Actually, not a whole bunch, you get 2 of those, sorry. Then you have like quotes, so favorite quotes and sayings, which not sure what I'm going to use those for yet, but I think they'll be fun kind of mixed into this. Then you have like your, so this would be like a travel planner kind of a thing, but you've got all of these Monday through Sunday where you could put down like where you went that day and the date. You could put some little notes on that one. And I think if you kind of mix and match these up, you could totally use like put photos in here. If you have like some blank dot grid pages to kind of stick in between where you could like talk about your vacation, where you went, put all the information in there. When I went to Europe this last time, I took a notebook with me that I had totally set up, and every single day I took my picture. I would print out one of the pictures. I took my little, actually she's sitting right here. I took my little Ivy with me along with some extra photo paper, and I hooked it up to my phone every single night when we got back to the hotel. I printed out a couple of pictures and I put some information about where we went that day and like a highlight of the day, so that when I got back home, I could transfer it all into like a permanent album with more of the photos. So here is an example of where you could do that, where you could put a picture right here and then write whatever it is that you wanted in here. So this isn't really affirmation or prayer or gratitude or quote. Not really sure what to do with this, because that would be a lot to cover, like with whiteout or whatever. But if I was doing a daily journal and this was travel related, this is the only thing that kind of like bothered me about this pack, was that the highlight is fine, but the gratitude, the quote, and the affirmation, I would rather this be blank right here so that I could put what we did that day in a picture and then the date. I think that would be perfect. This is a little bit, not really sure how I'm going to make that work, but you have several, like a lot of those. Then this is what I'm talking about right here. Dot grid, place for a picture, do your thing. Like a whole entire stack of these would be phenomenal. Like this is all you need. And then there's also a lined version of the same thing, which I think is perfect for what I'm going to try to do. So that is going to be the memory keeper. And that is everything that came in the Jane's Agenda box. So I did already open the cloth and paper because I thought about this after I had already opened it and put it in the haul video, which I then took out of the haul video so that we could do it again together. So everything has already been unwrapped. But in order of cost, this is the next one that is on the expense list. I'll pop the price up here. So this is the July box from Cloth and Paper. And these do not match at all. Like, I guess, no, they don't. I just don't think the reds go. But this one right here, let's just go through it. I love what they're doing. I really do love what they're doing. But again, this is the anniversary time. It's one of the big monumental anniversary dates. So you have this like pen. It's a G750 gel pen by Zebra. It is a heavy little sucker. This guy is super, super heavy. And it's just a gel pen, but it's really, really elegant and metal, very metal. Then you have your August card here. So I guess this is actually the August box. What did I do with the July stuff? Did I already use it? Oh, well, this is the August box. So I'm not sure what I'm not sure if I'm going to use this in this. I am going to use this in this one because I think I already have. I don't know. When we get to the setup video, we'll take a look. But this is the August box, which I totally didn't even realize that I was a month ahead. So I must have used July and June. Whatever. Does it matter? No, it's just a card. It doesn't matter. So you have all these like timed stamp things that you can go over, so you can retime your, if you wanted to do that, you could retime your planner. And then you've got some bullet points. And that was in one package of stickers. Then you have this, which is beautiful, members only, which is kind of the theme of this box. Then you have these circle page flag set in these gorgeous new colors. Then we have so this was inside of this beautiful, how beautiful this is. It says members only on this side, and then this card was on the inside of this envelope. So this is like your little tuck-in for your planner. Then we have, let's go to the cover. So it says reserved entry. This is a beautiful black cover, very, very similar to the Jane's Agenda, but no pockets, like 0 pockets on the inside. So there's no, you would have to clip things to this versus stuffing the pockets. But what this one has that Jane's Agenda doesn't have is this little elastic so that you can hold it together. So not sure which discs I'm going to use in this one, but we have this, which is beautiful. And it is a nice, where Jane's Agenda is like, there is, I think they call it saffron leather, fake leather. And then this is like linen. You can kind of hear it. So there's that. Then let's go all the way back here. So I'll save the inserts. Yeah. And we'll go over this part right here. So you've got a few things here. A whole set, January through December, of dividers. And these are really thick vellum, so you can kind of see what's behind, but not really. See there? You can see through them, so you can put your dividers in here and still be able to see somewhat of the picture behind the divider. But you've got 12 of those, all the months. Then your dashboard this month. Here's one of the dashboards. And then you've got this red overlay for your eyes only, which is where that members only thing came from. And then the December, I was wondering, I felt a little weird, like I was missing one. There it is. So you've got this. This is your dashboard for this month. Then your inserts for this month is a blank, which I like this. I like being able to try some new things. But on this side, you have your schedule, priorities, and tasks, and they're pretty much blank, so you can make them whatever you want. So you've got that one there. And I think this was just to kind of give you like a taste of the 2026 upcoming different planner layer outlays. How do you say it? The way that they're set up. So if you are a vertical planner, if you're a horizontal planner, they're giving you just a little taste of each one of the 2026 things that you have to look forward to. So they are available to look at on the website, but they're not available to buy yet. So obviously you can kind of take a peek, see what you want to play with. And if you're lucky enough to be a subscriber, you have a bunch of these to kind of play with to decide which ones that you want for 2026. So this is like 4 days on a page plus, a to-do list here on the side. I really like this one. Whenever I look at inserts, I tend to look at them with the eyes of a sticker person. So if I don't see anywhere for me to put stickers, I tend to not gravitate towards that. This is very close to what I currently have right now. They did make some changes to this. I'm not mad. I like having this sidebar like this, but in my business planner, which is where I tend to use this particular setup, this ends up just being decorated because I don't really use the sidebar for anything. My daily running to do is up here, and then I'm trying to keep track of time better, so I have my timed ones down here, but I do have to retime this. I am a night shift person, and so my day starts at 2 in the afternoon and goes until 4 in the morning. So I have to retime this. So I did make myself strips that I just cover this with. But you have this one here. And then you have a weekly admin. So this is the weekly admin where you've got like some smaller spaces and then a big notes page. I really like this as well. But you've got like this little habits and focus on the bottom, which the only things I really track are in my Wonderland 222. So there's really no reason for me to have this layout, but it's a fun one to kind of play with and see what I like about it. And then this one is your weekly tasks, which this is really, really fun for me for the business one. So I might be switching to this one. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. So you have your priorities, your to-do list, your notes, like your little line section to put whatever else you want, and some notes at the bottom. Super simple, vertical layout. and it hits all the points without me having to retime and do that. And I can actually put like a smaller little timed thing here if I wanted to, with just like what I did during those hours if I wanted to do that. So this one is actually the one that's a little bit more interesting to me for 2026, but they also separated everything. So if you want the monthly, you have to buy them separate. If you want the weekly, you have to buy them separate. So before, when you bought your yearly from them, you got all of that together, and I really, really liked that. But they have separated everything out. So now I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm going to get the monthly or not. I probably will. But yeah, I don't know. So you've got a whole bunch of things to play with this month. So there is, I'll talk about my thoughts on each one after we finish unboxing everything, because I just wanted everything out so that you could see what we were talking about before I actually start discussing my thoughts on each one of these. Let's see. So when you open this one up, it says Infinity Lotus, and then you've got the little sticker here holding your tissue paper together. And then when you open it up, on the top, there is a thank you card, which is always in there. You have July, you have progress, not perfection, and then you have like a little tour card for July. So I don't know. I've never used that. I don't really know what to do with that tour card thing. It's really nice vellum, so it kind of bums me out. But if you're looking for inserts to play with and test, this is the place to go. Let's get the box out of the way. Okay. So in this one, we have a little Maru pen, and let me get my little notepad out so that we can test out the color. It's super tiny, which I love because I take all my stuff on the go. But look at how cute that is. It is so small. Let me get a little notepad and we'll test out the dots. There it is. So you can do some little blue dots on the go, which is super, super cute. This is called French Blue. I love that. Let me keep them all where they belong together. Then we have some little page flags. This says Cocoa Fusion, and these are tiny little itty bitty page flags. These are adorable, and they're in individual little cases, so you can just pop them into your planner. Those are so cute. So it says they're 60 sheets each, and those are the colors, which obviously are going pretty well with this. Then we have some little dots, little check dots, and these are in aqua blue. Then happy birthday to you. There's a birthday card in here. Tis not my birthday, but it's a little birthday card, blank on the inside, very plain. Ooh. Nice. Then you have this little baggie with some other goodies in it. Let's open this one up. So this has all of your little cards. So this is very beachy theme. A little cottage. Looks very New Englandish to me. Drink more water. Switch up my routines. Review my progress. Here's the July card and your July intentions, which go with these cards. So you can kind of put them together if you want to. There's those. And then into these. So we have your dashboards are in this one. And then this big old thick stack are your inserts. So if you're looking to play around with inserts, try something new every month, this is the subscription for you. So here's your dashboard, like the little thing that tells you what's in it and what it's called. So sand and foam, palm shadows, slow down. Okay, so, ooh, this is pretty. Note to self, slow down and enjoy the moment. That's beautiful. I love that. Then you've got the sea foam, same on both sides. You've got your July overlay, which also love. This one's thicker. And then you've got some palm tree shadows. So love that. Those are so pretty. Good job. Inserts. Let's get into the inserts. They don't do spoilers. No idea. No clue, no information to give you to pass on. I have nothing. So let's see. It looks like we have quad grid notes. We have a water tracker. We have a weekly plans, and we have a yearly overview categories, whatever that means. So let's dive in. I can get rid of that. So you have, this is the notes page, which you could totally turn into a weekly if you wanted to, like a blank weekly. And there's supposedly 15 of these. So you've got basically 30 days worth. Let's find the end of this one. Then you've got a water tracker. So you've got 1 through 31, and then how many cups, up to 8 cups a day that you drank if you wanted to use this as a water tracker, or you can easily just stick a sticker over that and track whatever the heck you want that has 8 of it. This could be a sleep tracker if you wanted to make sure that you got 8 hours of sleep every day. Then you have a weekly planner. You've got a this week, a little priority section, a little to-do section, your Monday through Sunday, and a little note section. This is nice and simple. I love this. Ooh, this is fun. You got a little birthday tracker. So you can put everybody's birthdays down so you don't forget, which is probably why you got a birthday card in there, just in case. So you got birthdays, anniversaries, holidays and traditions. That's cool. Then you got personal finance, which is very similar to that, but you've got it all set up in monthly. And then you've got health and wellness, home maintenance, vehicle maintenance. This is cool. This one I like. This one I like a lot. And then I think it repeats. So you've got 2 of those. So you can do 2 of them. That's really cool. Okay, so that is everything in the Infinity Lotus box. So when I come back, I'm gonna kind of rearrange all this stuff so that everything is together, and then we'll come back and we will talk about each one of the subscriptions, if I think that they are worth the money that you spend on them every month, what my pros and cons are of each one of the boxes. And yeah, so just give me 1 second to get all of this set up looking more aesthetically pleasing, and then we'll have a chat. Okay, so now that we've done the unboxing, let's talk about each one of these subscriptions. So we have Jane's Agenda, Cloth and Paper, and Infinity Lotus. So, change of nails. I actually had to go to work, so this is a couple days late. Oops, forgot about you. And there's a pen missing on this one. I apologize. So I wasn't able to get to the next part of the video, so we're just going to continue from here. Okay, so I did make some notes to make sure that I got all of the information right. So Jane's Agenda being the most expensive, so I went most expensive to the least expensive. So Jane's Agenda is the very most expensive, and I asked myself a series of questions for each one of these subscription boxes in the hopes to help you guys out if you haven't tried them yet, or you're on the fence, or you're thinking about trying them. So one of the questions was, is it worth the money? How usable are the items in each one of these kits, and what make them unique from one another? So knowing that you're not just buying the same thing over and over and over again. And then how easy is it to skip or pause or cancel? That is very important to me. I'm sure it's important to some of you. And are there any extra perks to picking up these different subscriptions? So let's start with Jane's Agenda. Jane's Agenda is the most expensive one. And some of the perks that Jane's Agenda has is she has perk points. So you do acquire points that you can use towards money off of future purchases. You won't get money off of your subscription, but definitely off of future purchases. And I promise you, you will be buying stuff. And then the other thing that she has is an exclusive Facebook group. And in that Facebook group, they do they do a lot of things that are just for subscribers. So it is a really good thing. If you're not a part of their exclusive Facebook group, go and head over there and sign up, because if you are a subscriber and you're not subscribed to that, you're missing out on a whole lot of stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff in there. Used to be even early reveal was over there, but lately, I don't know if it's just for these few months because they have so much going on or what, but they have been releasing all of the reveal for Jane's Agenda early over on YouTube as well. So I'm not sure if that's something new or if they're going to go back to it just being on the Facebook group. So yeah, anyway, so there was that. Then they do have on their website a subscriber only section. So if you log in to your, to the website, so like you would as if you were going to manage your subscription, and go to the subscribers only section, and then there's things in there for you to purchase, including any leftover items from the subscription. So if say you skipped one or you canceled or you did something like that, not not canceled. If you cancel, you won't be able to, but if you've skipped and you just want to see if there's anything left over, because say maybe you just wanted the cover or you just wanted the inserts, you can go over to that area and pick those up well before they go out to anybody else. So also extra boxes. If they have any extra boxes available, they will be put up there. It does sometimes take them a while though. So sometimes you may not see those extra boxes over on Jane's Agenda for, you know, a month and a half before they go up. So just be aware of that. Then that leads right into the next thing about the skipping and the canceling. Super easy with Jane's Agenda. I've done it multiple times. You can skip and then pick right back up as if nothing happened. Everything is good to go. Cost. The cost for this one is $79.95. Most expensive one, but shipping is included for Jane's Agenda. And then one of the things that makes these guys unique from these two right here is these are very coordinated themed boxes. So like this month is obviously you've got this gorgeous colorway, you've got the sunflowers, we're starting to get into like the later parts of the month, you've got the honeybees. Colors coordinate perfectly. The theme always coordinates perfectly. Like she's got a memory keeper planner inserts, which are perfect for this. Yeah, so totally coordinates every single month. So love that about these guys, whereas this one and this one are more like neutralish colors, except we'll get into that one when I get to them, but just keep that in mind that this one is usually colorful and very themed. And then the other thing I have over here for this one is that all of the items so far to me, for me personally, have been right up my alley. It's all stuff that I use. It's all stuff that I love to play with. I decorate my planners with it all the time. So absolutely love it, but it is again on the pricey side. So this is one of those ones where, yeah, you probably don't need all three like I get. So if I was going to pick one out of them, if I wanted themed and colorful, I would most definitely go with Jane's Agenda. So anyway, that being said, I'm going to leave that one off to the side. And then, oh, shipping. Shipping is important to me. So shipping on Jane's Agenda, other than this month, and that was a manufacturing issue, not a Jane's Agenda issue, we get these super early every month, so you have plenty of time to set up for the following month. Love, love, love that. Okay, let's move on to cloth and paper. So cloth and paper is another one of those subscriptions that ships early. As a matter of fact, this isn't even July, this is August. So we are a whole month ahead. So you've got plenty of time to set up your planners for the month that they're intended to go with when you order from cloth and paper. The other thing about cloth and paper is these are $55 a month and the shipping is included. So $55 a month versus the $80 a month for Jane's Agenda. They also have an exclusive members only shopping section and perk points. So you can go in there and you can purchase things with your points. There's money off, there's special items, always have the extra items that are left over from the box in there every single month. So you can go in and shop in there. They have a Facebook group that is exclusive to the subscribers only, but they also have a ton of YouTube videos, tons and tons and tons of YouTube videos, and reveals start very early. So if it's not your vibe that month, you're gonna know way before you get charged for it. And yes, you can skip cancel super easy right from your login page. So this is super easy to take care of. They do have perk points. Like I said, you got your full reveal, which is super, super early. I'm just going over everything that I wrote down to make sure I don't miss anything. Members only section, neutral palette. Most of the time it's a very neutral palette with cloth and paper. You don't have a lot of like crazy bright colors. However, this month you do. You've got red. But most of the time you're going to have very neutral colors. You're not going to have all these bright pops of red. But this is the theme of the box this month, was members only. As far as the themes are concerned, most months. So Jane's Agenda, if I don't like it, I don't vibe with it, I skip it. So I have never received anything from Jane's Agenda that I don't use or I don't love. So that being said, with cloth and paper, I have received things in my boxes from cloth and paper that I have no idea what I'm going to do with and I don't use. However, 95% of the items in the cloth and paper boxes have always been stuff that I love and I use every single month. So I would have to say most definitely so 100% of the time when I get the Jane's Agenda box, I use everything in it. 95% of the time with the cloth and paper, I use everything in it. So both of those boxes are excellent for that. Shipping, like I said, this is $55 a month and shipping is included. So none of that extraness. And then shipping early, I think that's it. They're always well thought out, well coordinated, and aesthetically pleasing items come in the cloth and paper box. And their pens have gotten much, much better. I have seen in the past, I did kind of come in at the tail end when their pens were a little bit iffy. I haven't had a pen in here that I don't like. I love all of their pens. So that is cloth and paper. And now let's get into my newest subscription. So this is only box number 2 with Infinity Lotus. So I had to go on the website and do a little bit of poking around to see what kind of things I could find out about this one. So this one is $47.50 a month. However, you have to pay shipping. So this one is $7.95 shipping, which makes it a little bit more expensive by like pennies, more expensive than cloth and paper. But technically it's $47.50. So I put it as the lowest costing one. It's also what I would consider the lowest value box. So if you're into inserts and you want to try out new things and you're like, you love that kind of a thing, this is the box for you. Most definitely, because this is what 99% of this box is inserts. Can you cancel anytime? Absolutely. You can cancel anytime right from the website. You just have to log into your page, cancel, skip. No skipping, only canceling. So, and the other thing about this one is there's no early reveal. So you're not going to know. You're just going to get it. You're going to either love it or hate it, and you're stuck with it because there is no early reveal, which there's a lot more negatives to this box, I feel like, than these two. But then these two have been around for a long time. They've worked out all the kinks. They know what works for them. They have a big base. And yeah, so I feel like this one is still kind of a baby in the market and maybe hasn't quite figured out hasn't got their feet all the way wet yet. So they're still trying to figure things out. Have I liked everything that I've gotten so far? Yes, I have. Have I used everything that I've gotten so far? No, because they give you so many inserts, it's impossible to use them every single month. However, I showed you in another video where I keep them, and I do frequent that box often to find replacements for other things that I want to play around with. So this is the July box. And one of the other negative things about this one is it ships super late. If you're like me and you like to set your stuff up early and be ready to go on July 1st, it's not going to happen. It is now, well, it's partly my fault because it is the 30th. I haven't even set up my stuff yet because I was waiting on this box, which literally just got here a couple of days ago. Then I had to go to work. So they ship on the 23rd of each month, and it is for that following month. So if you have any type of shipping delays whatsoever, post office messes things up, doesn't matter what the excuse is, this is not going to get to you in time to set up by the 1st. So that's another thing to take into consideration, is that they are super late with their shipping. So that's one of the things I absolutely hate about this company so far. But everything else, quality of the paper is good so far. Quality of the all of these dashboards is comparable to Jane's Agenda and to cloth and paper. So I think they're same thickness, same quality, same thing with their vellums. Same thickness, same quality, beautiful. Have no complaints about that. These little cards sometimes are a little bit odd to me, but they're just little extras. I don't think this is something that's, and then they're kind of their choice of little extra with this birthday card. That was kind of fun, but different. This is questionable. Yeah, I don't know, because I'm not sure why you would waste. It's like you're not going to stick it in your thing, but this is a nice thick piece of vellum. So, I mean, this would be more fun if this information came like just on a regular card, and then this had some type of a decoration that you could stuff into a pocket. That would be more fun than that. But so far, the little extras are cool. I love all the little extras that you get in here. So far, I do love all 3 of them. If I had to choose one, it would be cloth and paper. Number 2 would be Jane's Agenda, only because cloth and paper I use predominantly the most. The Jane's Agenda I also use every single month, but this is the one that I've skipped a couple of times because they don't always have, and it's the most expensive. So if I had only one, it would be cloth and paper, but Jane's Agenda is a close second, and then the first one to give up for me would be the Infinity Lotus. Okay, that being done, I'm going to put all of this stuff off to the side, grab my planner, and then we will do our setups. I have 2 planners I'm going to set up this month. One of them is a memory keeper, and then the other one's my business planner. So I will get everything all set up, and we will get onto that next. Okay, so I have my planner right here, and we're going to set up a whole new planner, and we have all these good, there's so much stuff here to play with that I brought my little container over. So I know you guys have seen it before, but this is my little container, got it at Target, and that is where I keep all of my inserts. So that way I can just hop into this thing here whenever I want to try something new and pull them out and use them. So there's a whole, we went through all of these. And I may or may not use them. I don't know yet. So since I don't know, I'm going to put them inside of just the front part of my little container here, just so that I don't lose them. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Then this stuff, it's all so pretty, but it does not really go. I guess it'd be easier if I tell you, July, if I tell you what I'm doing with these two different planners. So I've got two different choices here. One is the business planner, which I'm going to be using the Jane's Agenda in the business planner. Okay, this I'm going to set off to the side. I think I know what I'm going to do with this, I think. But I'm going to set it off to the side for a second. The other planner, so pen too. The other planner, I'm going to be making a memory keeping journal. So I think I showed this to you guys before, but these are all pictures from our trip, and see they're already on this type of paper. These were just some I took it with us on our trip to England, Scotland, and Paris, and that was so that I could just do like a daily like journal with one special picture, where we went, and then like a little synopsis of the day. And I want to continue that, but I don't want to throw those away or have to start over. So I was thinking, since we got two of these this month, that the cloth and paper one I would turn into my memory keeper. And I'm going to put the 2-inch discs on it, so that way it can get really, really, really big. And then I can continue working the way that I want to work with that kind of stuff, because I've got a lot of trips coming up. I've got a lot of other things in there that I really want to memory keep. So I thought I would bring over, so I have the choice of these ones, which are smaller. I don't want to have to take it all apart and redo it. So I'm bringing out, these are from Jane's Agenda. These are the rose gold. Sorry if this bothers, the sound bothers you. 2, 4, 6, should be 8. Yeah, there's always one extra. And I'm just going to put these together. I feel like I would have liked black better, but I really didn't feel like taking one of my other planners apart to take the discs off and then put it back together with different discs. So my original letter size planner from Jane's Agenda still has stuff in it that I may or may not want to go back to someday. So I just kind of left it together with all of the inserts and all the dividers and all that. So I just didn't feel like taking it apart. And that one was in that beautiful nori green cover that I never replaced with the half letter size. So I know it's big. I know it's big, but it's okay. Then I printed myself out. So this Haru Plans is on, I believe it's on Etsy. These are just blank dot grid. I just printed myself out a whole bunch of them to put in here so that I would have some blank spaces to do my memory keeping. So how I usually do it is I have my pictures, I print them out on my little sprocket, my HP sprocket, and then I print them on photo sticker paper, and then I also decorate my pages. So I put my pictures down, I write my notes, I decorate my pages, and yeah, and then I have my little memory keeper. It's not the same as like doing a scrapbook or anything like that. This is more like a journal, but with pictures and memories. So I don't know what else to call it besides a memory keeper, but it's definitely not a scrapbook. I wouldn't say scrapbook. I know I'm wearing the weirdest, it's the lightest, it's warm, but I'm in the basement, so it's a little bit chillier down here, and this is like super thin, and I know I look like a pumpkin right now. It's not exactly summer colors, but it's the thinnest long sleeve I could put on, because like I said, my office and my shop are in the basement, and it's a bit chilly down here, so even though it's hot as heck upstairs, definitely not down. Okay. So what I wanted to do is just kind of throw a couple of dividers in here and see if that is going to be good enough. I don't know if I want to use my cloth and paper in here. I feel like I do, because wouldn't it be kind of fun to have the months in here? You know what I mean? Like to separate it out. So in January we did this, in February we did this, in March we did this, but then you're going to kind of run into the problem of, you know, what year. And I don't have any dividers in my business planner. So yeah, I just answered my own question. I'm going to save these for the business planner because I love them. Love, 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 love. Look at how fun this stuff is. Gosh, I have so many toys to play with. And then I'm going to put the August card over here. When I do the planner flip later, there'll be another video with a planner flip when I talk about planners. And you'll see what I do with those cards every month. But I do have a plan for those cards. I use them every single month. And I'm trying to stick it in where it's supposed to go. Okay, then this one, they gave you, so you have a for your eyes only. I think I want this in the business planner, even though, wait, nope, nope, because this is going to be in the business planner. I'm going to put it in here for now, just so that it has a home. And I really do like this aesthetic for my, I might actually go with this aesthetic for this planner, for this little journal, because I really do enjoy it. And then I'm also going to be taking the memory keeping stuff from Jane's Agenda, putting it over here. And then this is going in the business planner. So I'm going to do a little bit of swoopity swap and see what we can come up with. But I really love the way that this looks. And I do have some clips. And so I thought this would be kind of fun to clip this in. Maybe even clip this in, and I could put pictures in this until I actually get, let me see if I have a red, hold on. I did. I have this one, but that is not the same red. So I think we'll stick with black. I think this black one will be okay. So these are Cocoa Daisy ones, which hopefully they're as strong as the Ollie clips. Yeah, they are. So I can keep this in here. And then this little, I love this red. I just think it's so pretty. And we can put pictures in here until I get them into the actual, onto the actual pages on the inside. And then I just put these in here because I wasn't sure what else I wanted to do with them. And this has a July so that I can do the month of July, because I posted it on Facebook with that beautiful owl. I want to put that in here and journal about that day. And then we have another hike scheduled for next week. So I think we're going to Farragut State Park next week. So I want to take some pictures of that and do that. So those will all go under the July tab. So that is why I put a July in here. But I really like this whole for your eyes only, members only kind of a vibe, and then going straight into July. And then maybe I will take the cloth and paper or the Infinity Lotus, whichever one, and use those dividers every single month. Probably the Infinity Lotus, because I think this seems to be the theme every month with Infinity Lotus. So I'll have the monthly, and then I can go right into that month. And then I know I have another one back here, but I just thought it was pretty. So I just kind of stuffed it in here so I would have it. But this might be another nice divider to put in here. Say if I wanted to do like, oh, you know what I could do? What would be fun in here would be like, what do you call it? Like an index page. And that could be the divider at the front for the summer index page. And then you could index it by season. So this one would be the summer one. And then when they bring out the fall one, that could be the index section for the fall one. And then I would know what's in that section so that I could flip to it too. You know, mostly this is just to show my family, you know, hey, look what I did kind of stuff. But yeah, so anyway, not a ton of stuff to do in this one. Thank goodness, because I know you guys would be like, this video will be like 10,000 hours long if I were to set that completely up. But what we do want to do is we're going to start from scratch almost with this one. I do want the chocolate discs. So we are going to take the chocolate discs off of the chocolate cover and put them on here because I think they would be the most beautiful. But as you can see, these... I still have all of the stuff set up in here. And then I love this little pouch. This was a cloth and paper pouch. I'm definitely going to be transferring that. And then we'll kind of go through this and figure out what I want to put over here. However, these right here are all memory keepers. So I went through all of these in the beginning, so I'm not going to do it again, but I am going to set these off to the side with the memory keeper because I think these would be kind of fun over there with the that journal, and then I will be able to kind of fit those in where I need them and get them out of this pile because this is not where they need to go. But how pretty is all of these? Are so beautiful. So beautiful. Okay. This is one of the things I love about Jane's agenda, about her covers, is these pockets. These pockets are fantastic. They are absolutely perfect. And then we have all of these are the inserts from Cloth and Paper. I have already on the website, if you don't know, Cloth and Paper has their 2026 inserts there. They may or may not be available yet. No, I think they are available. You could order them now if you wanted to, I think. But I know that you can go through and add them to a wish list if you're not ready to purchase them yet. So I did add a couple of things to the wish list for Cloth and Paper for next year because I do love, love, love their inserts. I love the thickness of their paper. It is so fountain pen friendly that this is the paper that I want in my business planner. So here we have all of these that we can test out through the entire month of July and August, kind of figure out exactly what we want before I actually purchase them, and then I will make the purchases. So this time I'm going to be responsible and I'm not just going to randomly buy stuff. I'm going to actually do a little research this time. All right, so we want this pouch. The covers I'm just going to leave because I will come back to these covers later. It sounds like I'm breaking stuff, huh? This is the joy. So it's just one of my favorite covers. It's really, really pretty. So these I'm going to keep. So we want that. Sorry. I have to kind of pull all of the stuff out. And I want to do it upside down. So like that. So I know how to put it back in. There's that. And then this was a Cloth and Paper divider. Ugh, these are all of the trackers, purchase trackers. This may end up back in there because I'm obsessed with that. All right, here is the weird monthly. This is that weird, I don't know. I don't like it, but that's what I have for now. I'm getting there. Okay, this is, I think this is the month of April. May. I don't need that anymore. I do love this little dashboard divider. So I'm going to put that over here because we may keep that. And I love that too. Then we have June, which I'm going to keep for June. I'm going to keep just the monthly part. I'm going to keep, yeah, just that. And then I'll get rid of all of this. So loud. Okay, and then we have, this is the last week. Look at, I could not do the stickers. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just a sticker lover. I can't help it. I wanted to be good and not clutter it up with stickers, and my creativity just went out the window without my stickers. It's just one of my happy things. I absolutely love I just love sitting down with my stickers and playing. And it seems like it almost gives me time to think about what I'm doing. I don't know if that makes sense, but like if I have to kind of sit down and think out what it is that I need to plan for the day or plan for the week, it's just easier for me. Like I'll just sit down with my stickers, and yeah, once I sit down with my stickers, then my brain becomes better. I don't know how else to explain it. I can think better. I can plan things out better. Gives me that extra time when I'm laying down my stickers to kind of decide what I'm doing that week and where I want to put it. I almost broke my cover taking that one off. Okay. All right. So this is going away. And we can start putting this one together. So are you guys chocolate disc? Have you gotten these? I love these. And they go with so many different things. And yeah, I think that they're going to be absolutely perfect with this. So let's start making noise and put these on here. I'm kind of in a rush because, you know, tomorrow's the 1st. It would be nice to have my planners all ready to go tomorrow. Especially since I have so much stuff to plan this month. There. Okay. That is fantastic. I'm going to set this in the front because that's just where it goes, and then we'll decorate the pockets in a second. I just need to get all of the goodies in here, but I also want to go through and decide about these. So I don't typically have the entire month in here, so what I'm going to do is pull out July through September. The rest of these will go in here. I'll set them inside my little box because this thing just gets crazy. This just gets too much stuff in it if I were to put like the whole entire year in here, so I just don't do it. If this was just a monthly planner, like all I had was like the months and that's all I was doing, that would be a little bit different, but there's just too much stuff in there. Okay, so from there, I am going to do the 2025 on top. This is like the very first thing I want to see. And then right behind it, I want to put whatever dashboard I think, which I think I already know what I want. I love this little bicycle. It's so beautiful. It is just so beautiful. And I think that is going to be the opener right there. Well, plus we also have our covers. You know I'm going to put the covers in here. I can't not put them in here. I feel like nope, I only took half of it off here. Let's get this little plastic off. And then all these little extra pieces on the edges. Sorry, this video is going to be a little bit long, but lately I feel like my videos have all been long. So I want this here. There. I love that. This stays on top because I do put stuff in here that I want to use. I've got, why is June? Oh, that's from, yeah, that's from Infinity Lotus, and they're always late. Okay, so I do have, I have only got July in here, even though I was keeping June. Wait, let me get June. I want June in here because I'm keeping the monthly stuff for June so I can refer back to it. So let's stick that in here. These are the cloth and paper dividers, in case you're wondering what the heck, where I got those from. Oh, and then we've got our projects. So in the front of my business planner is where I keep some of like the yearly stuff, along with all of my subscriptions and everything that I purchase. I just like to keep all of that up in the front because I do keep up with that. I make sure that I write down all of my purchases in there, and I have it underneath so these were from Jane's Agenda, and they came in there was like a business bundle, a home bundle, a school bundle, and I think something else, and I keep those under lists. I don't know why. It's not like it's a list. This is a little fold out from Cloth and Paper. These are my subscriptions. You can see, look at that. It is like way lower than it used to be. And now I'm just trying to kind of stick with more single purchases of things so that I'm not, I don't know, it was just getting ridiculous. The number of things that I was purchasing every single month was just too much. And I couldn't use it all. They were mostly all stickers, but it was like impossible for me to use them all. Okay, there's that. Then the meeting notes, I don't really have meetings, but I just stuck it in here. And that's where I keep this calendar. And the reason why I put it under meeting notes is because this is where I'll just like put stuff that I feel like any appointments, whether it's the dog or a household or a family. I just put them in here, birthdays. And so that's just the tab that I put it under. And then plans goes here. This is the opener for the plans. And so this is where we need one of these. And, ooh, look how pretty that is. Let's go with the field. I think that's going to look nice. Right there. Okay, plans. That's the opener. Then we have June. So we're going to put the little, like I need it again, but sure, why not? We'll put the little June divider right here. And then behind it, Cloth and Paper gives you these little, it's different for next year, unfortunately, because I really like these and they have quotes and they're really pretty. And sometimes I'll take like pieces of these quotes and I'll put them in my actual journal, my daily journal, because a lot of times these are like, this one is from Joan Didion. And then if you, I'm not telling you to make the world better, because I don't think that progress is necessarily part of the package. It like gives you like all these things that I think are just beautiful, and I love the way that they sound. And so sometimes I pull stuff right from here. Unfortunately, next year's 2026 with Cloth and Paper, I didn't see this. So I want to keep those. That way I can keep them in here for just because I love them. So I'm not getting rid of those. Okay, so that's June. Then we have July. And then in July, we should have something. Let's go with this one for July, which is the little vellum overlay. And then we'll put this sunflower here for this month. How's that look? Yeah, that's pretty. Look at that. Everything is intentional. Okay, and then here's the July ones from Cloth and Paper. I'll leave it here in case there's something on here you want to like pause and write down. So this one's got James Baldwin. The thing about like the definition of resilience, it's just a fantastic. I love these. I really wish that they were doing it again this year. It would have been, I would have most definitely purchased it right away. So look at how naked they are before I put stuff all over them. Is the July monthly calendar. And then behind the monthly calendar goes the month of July, which is right here. So this is, done is better than perfect. I love that. So there's July. And then normally I put the following month, which we will do. But for now, let me just stop at that. So August is going to go in here, and I think I'm going to do the done is better than perfect for August. And then we'll stick one of the other. There's still two more dividers in here. Oh, nope. Love this one. I need this one right here. Okay, there's that one. I love that. And then, so for the month of July, I have what we do right now, what I have right now. And then these I believe are undated, so we can use these anytime we want to. So maybe I do want to test them out, but I don't know if I want to mess up. I'm so used to using the ones, the dated ones that I got from Cloth and Paper last year, that I'm not sure if I want to. I'm not sure if I want to do something different. So this is a time schedule one with tasks. And how many are there? Oh. Two weeks. So I'm going to put them in here. I will test them out in the month of July. You can always redate your stuff from anywhere. Just remember that. So this is super easy to redate. So even though I have dated versions of this for the month of August, I can easily white those out or put a different date cover over it. So we can definitely use the month of August and September to kind of play around with some of these new ones, just because I want to test them out. I want to see if this is something that I like or not. So this one looks a little bit different. So that's 2 weeks, and then we need 2 more weeks. So this would be like a vertical. And then Saturday, Sunday. So that's 1 week. How many weeks are in August? And then 2 weeks. Boy, they give you a lot. 3 weeks. Okay, so that should be the end of August. And then we can do September, which is going to be this type. That's kind of cool. I like that layout. Now it's getting hot down here. Okay, I like that layout right there. So there's a couple weeks of that. And I love how there's a divider in the middle so that you're not running week into week. So you can definitely use these standalone. And then we have the one that I use right now, but they did change this up, which I'll flip back and show you so that you can see the difference. But I believe that the way this one is, you can see this is broken up into like sections, and this is just one long to-do list with the month at the bottom. So I don't know if it's because these are undated, and so this is the way they're doing the undated, and the dated ones will look different. I didn't really look that close. I will need to go back and look and see if this is something new though, because it would be interesting to know. And I think I'm going to put the weekly admins in after this. Even though I think this is more weeks than there are in this month, I do want to test them out. So I like this style, and it was one of the ones that I put in there that I hearted onto my wish list, because I think I want this, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So testing them out will be good. And this, I like this too. I hearted this too. So this may be going all the way into, what do we got here? September. This may be going all the way into October, where I'm still testing before I purchase which ones I like the best. But I'm going to stick them all in here just so that they're here. Then we have this little tab right here, which is goals. And for here, this is where I keep all like the extra businessy stuff that I feel like I need, like for sales and stuff. So there's swaps in here. And then there's, this is the line a day that came from Infinity Lotus that I was going to test out and see, and I never used it. So I don't even know if I want these. The focus works really well. I do like the focus because I use it as a notes page, and then I throw it in my Wonderland 222 and use it like for notes. So I think I'm going to pull those out because they don't need to come in here. But I will put the 1 line a day back in because I am doing something where I need some lined paper in the back. So I'm going to use that just like that. And then we have this divider right here, which is beautiful. Okay, I do need another vellum, and I know I've got one right here. It's called Sanctuary one. This is from Infinity Lotus, but I think that would look really pretty right over that. That's very pretty. Gives you the definition of sanctuary right there. So there is the business planner all set up. And I have, let's see, how much did we chunk it? I did not put the rear. I have room. I can put it in. I didn't put the back one of these in because I don't know. I don't know if I need it, but it's so pretty. I kind of want it. I ran out of dividers though, so it's gonna be naked. It does give it just a tiny bit more stability though in the back. I don't know if it needs it, but just for the sake of doing it. If you don't need both of these, you can always make yourself like a notebook and have that as your notebook cover. So you could always have 2 of these, one with just grid paper or line paper in it for your notes. Oh, that's so pretty. And I have all these pieces of I did a very bad job of taking all that off. Okay, so we have all of that. And then I was a little sorry for the delay. I feel so bad that they had to send those out. Shipping is just a nightmare right now. Anybody else feeling the shipping burn lately? I want this in the first week in July. I feel like every single time I'm waiting for something, it takes like way too long for it to show up. Or I got a shipping notification the other day that said that I actually got something delivered to me. I never got it. I have no idea where it went, but it didn't come to me. And I don't even know what it is. No clue. That's beautiful. You know what I need? I need a clip that'll fit in, that'll like match this one. So I'm going to put that one up kind of high. Look at this plastic everywhere. Put that one here. And I'm going to put that one here. And then, oh, there's another one of those. I'm going to attach this little paper clip to this. Hopefully, maybe. Not you. This doesn't leave my desk, so nothing's going to fall out. And I can't get it to clip onto the thing. There we go. And I want it to, there. And I may put this one up here. It's better. These nails don't want to let me do this. Nope, I'll have to fix it later. I can't get it to go. Don't worry, Jane. I know you. These are supposed to look like that, and I'm messing it up. There we go. That's good enough. Good enough. Whatever. That's good enough. Okay, that's pretty. I like that. And then I've got some couple other things that I want to put in here, including, I don't know what I did with it though. I had a magnet that I wanted to put here. I have to go get it out of my other planner. I have a magnet in my other planner that I'm going to put in the pocket. So anyway, there's that. Then I think we're done. I think we are done with the business planner. It's not super bad with the chunk. I think it's really, really pretty. I love the way it looks. Yep, it's perfect. So I will go through the other one, add them to memory keeper. So this is what we did. I still have a whole bunch of things left over. I don't like that. I'm telling you right now, I do not like that. So the fact that cloth and paper doesn't come with any pockets on the inside, I am not sure how I'm going to attach stuff to this. I want it attached. My other option would be to punch this and just set it in there so that I could put my pictures in it. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I don't like this clip. I hate this clip. Maybe it just needs a different clip. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I definitely don't like that. And I'm not thinking that I like these discs, so I'm probably going to change the discs too, because I'm probably going to put the black ones on here and just go through and do it. Yeah, I'm going to put the black ones on here. I won't make you sit through it. I'll do it myself, but I'll figure out what to do with this, put the black ones on here, put the memory keeper stuff in here, and then I think we're good. So these two things are set up. Sorry, I was just rambling on. There's not really much else to talk about. They're ready to go. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Mostly I just wanted to go over the 3 different boxes and kind of talk about what comes in each box and what the value is of each box and what I think, like what my personal opinions of them are. But I would love to know what you think. So in the comments down below, let me know what you think of them. Let me know, black, should I do the black ones? I'm pretty sure the answer is going to be overwhelmingly yes. Don't think I like this with this at all. So anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really, really appreciate it. I would love to hear from you. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.